Tonight, Fox 11 Investigates is looking into the property purchased by the Green Bay Packers. The team is continuing to acquire land near the stadium. What are they doing with it? And why has there been little development so far? Robert Hornacek has some answers.
What began with a handful of properties near Lambeau Field has grown and expanded all the way to Highway 41. Back in 2007, Fox 11 started documenting the Packers' property purchases. In our first report, the Packers had 8 properties on the west side of Lambeau. Today, the organization owns 16 parcels in that area, valued at nearly $24 million. The area, known as the Titletown District, keeps growing. The most recent addition to the Packers' portfolio is this chiropractor's office on True Lane.
Conceptual is a good way to describe it.
Packers spokesman Aaron Popke says the organization still does not have any specific plans for its properties.
How long will it take for that area to be developed, you think? A couple years? 5 years?
I think it remains to be seen. It's not as if it was vacant land that you could simply say, all right, here we go, we know what we want to do next. So it's really looking at it in a long view.
So what have the Packers done with all of the property they own? Well, there have been some developments, but not as much as some people thought there would be. The most notable development in the Titletown District is Cabela's, which opened this summer. Popke says since the announcement of Cabela's, several retailers have expressed interest in the Titletown District, but so far there's nothing concrete. Beyond that, most of the properties remain as they've been for years, like this one on Ridge Road.
They haven't done anything, Robert.
Merv Meyer sold his property for $1 million in 2007. He thought it would be developed right away.
Are you surprised your old building is still there?
Yes, I am, because they said they're all going to be ripped down. Had I known that, I'd have kept it up and sold it to the Packers for $1.2 million.
But village leaders aren't concerned.
I think most people thought that they had this elaborate plan from the beginning and that they knew what was going to go in there and what the stores were going to be, et cetera, et cetera. Nothing could have been further from the truth.
Mike Aubinger is the Ashwaubenon Village president.
Are you surprised that things haven't happened faster?
I think before I was elected in 2008, I'd probably be the guy on the outside going, what's wrong here? Why isn't it going faster? Now that I've had the time period to see how this works and what you have to do to make it work, I'd say, no, I'm not surprised anymore.
We want to be prudent. We don't want to rush things.
Popke says another issue is the fact that some of the properties still have existing businesses.
We've got great relationships with them, so there's really no hurry to move beyond what is already existing at this time.
And for the ones that are vacant, I know there's some properties that are either parking lots or empty buildings. Why not do something with those?
Well, I think it's important to have a master plan in place to know what all the pieces will be before you engage upon that.
The owner of Pomps Tires tells me its lease expires in April. And while Pomps has purchased another tire dealer on the west side of Green Bay, the owner tells me there's a possibility it could still work out a year-to-year lease with the Packers and remain in the Titletown District. That's what the owner of the Sideline Sports Bar did. When the bar's 5-year lease with the Packers expired, they went to a year-to-year lease. The largest parcel the Packers own is the property where Kmart sits. Now, Kmart officials would not comment on its lease with the Packers, but back in 2007, we were told the company had an 11-year lease with the Packers. That means it would be up in the year 2018. So any major development there could be years away. For Fox 11 Investigates, I'm Robert Hornacek.
And the Packers also point out that while the organization is looking into more economic development ideas, their primary focus remains football. Village leaders expect there to be more development talks once the season is complete.